All right, hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm going to talk about I had my physical taken, my computer broke down. I'm still stretching out, of course, and my weight has fluctuated up and down. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. And playing with the kids, of course, that I'll be throwing that in. And I also stay with me to the end because I did get my COVID-19 test as a lieutenant for fire rescue. So I ended up. I'll give you the result. It was good news. But I'll walk you through that, what happened there, and some of the testing, and then also a little parade that we did for the frontline people at the hospital. So stay with me. We're gonna do this 911 style vlogging. Enjoy. All right, so the first thing I want to talk to you about was the physical. I had my physical taken for the county this year, and so it came back with everything doing well. And the important thing was that they noticed that my TSH level was higher than it was supposed to be. In fact, it's probably like at double of what it's supposed to be, probably a deficiency in iodine. So I am taking iodine supplementation now, so hopefully that'll help. So I took my physical on the 9th. It's a 3-stage process. You take the blood the first time. The second time was a full body scan. And then the third time you sit down with the doctor and you go over all the numbers and everything and what they mean. All right, the TSH issue is a thyroid issue. So you got to make sure that's taken care of. So as soon as this lockdown thing is over, go and get that tested again, make sure that's taken care of, or eat a little bit less of this or a little bit more of that. All right. Also, my computer broke, so my computer was in the living room. My wife was dying to get it out of there anyway, so now it's out of there. It's behind me, as you can see. I did have to get a new iMac. I bought a used one, so that was quite the issue to do with this whole quarantine thing going on. When it started, it wasn't that bad, but by the time I was going to go pick it up, there was no place to really meet that had an electrical outlet. We met at a Walmart. All the Starbucks had closed already, so we couldn't plug it in and test it. So it ended up working out great. So I upgraded the memory. I put a solid state in there, so it's a 2015, so I think it's gonna work out great. Now, of course, through all of this moving and setting up the office, continue to stretch out, continue to work out in that area. But one of the things that was a little bit disturbing was how easy it was for me to get the 179 pounds. So as you can see in this little chart, I got to 179 pounds. I'm back down to about 174. So I really would like to keep it under 170, 180 being the high end where I'd like to go, and then the low end being 160. So if I can stay about the 170, 165, 170, I think that's a little bit better. All right. And so that's how you just got to design your fitness, just to sit there and say, okay, these are the numbers that I'm going to use for me. And I think that's what we all want, A+ functional health. And so I still consider myself at a -5 when it comes time to key number 4. So that means I still got a lot of flexibility, mobility, and balance to work on. So either way, wherever you are, if you just get into this and just take control of your health back, it's up to you. We ended up getting a bounce house. So it fits in the garage. They loved it. Of course, when they first got it, now it's starting to wean off, but they were obsessed the first 3 days. And then after that, it's weaned off. And I said, that's fine. That's like a once a week, or twice a week event. You take it out and then they have a blast and it's a big deal. And then so, well, whatever. So, we've had different games and playing with the kids and doing different things, of course. And also, so quickly about the Corona testing. So went ahead and went to Corona testing. Here it is. Me going through the process. The line was super organized. Everything was done super professionally. I mean, you see it going in and out of the line, and then they check you like 1,000 times. I mean, everything's like super. This is the right person. This is you. This is your information. And then they finally go over there, and then they stick this, the long. It's quite a lengthy stick into your nose, into your nostril, and there you go. You can see it there. So that happened. It came back. It took several days for me. It took, I think it was 7 days. So it took 7 days. So 3 of us in the truck went. 3 out of the 4 guys went. And the first guy got it back in 5. The next one got it back in 6. I got it back in 7 days. So either way, At least it was negative up to that point, and I still think it's probably negative up to this point. We're very careful. One of the things I definitely wanted to talk about when it came time to the coronavirus is please listen to all the advice that's given, in spite of what you believe, in spite of if you think necessary, not necessary. If you follow all the guidelines, we're already in this. We can debate about whether it was necessary for all of these guidelines and for the length of the guidelines and whether we should have had more or less or whatever your opinion is. But now that we're doing it, if we go ahead and I make sure that I try to stay as disciplined as possible, and I cover up when I go outside, wash all the time, changing clothing once I go outside and come back inside, just trying to make the best now that we're doing it. Again, we'll talk about it, and I'll give you my opinion about other things when it comes back to the corona testing. Here we are giving a parade to the people of the hospital, so I thought that was super nice. I was lucky enough to be involved in it, so they just say, hey, Engine 8, let's go. And so you're in the parade, and so it was super nice, and it was great. You can see the whole hospital staff out here. They're clapping, they're celebrating. I mean, it's a feel good moment, and I'm glad that we were able to do it. For them, it made us feel good. It made them feel good, so that was a pretty nice thing. All right, and so that's what I said. As long as we're in this, let's go ahead and let's just follow through and be as safe and as clean as possible. I love the clean part. That part, let's keep. And probably some of the other things that we'll have to keep also. But either way, wishing you the best. Anybody that suffered with it, we wish you our condolences. Happy Easter to everybody. And remember, this is a lifestyle. And someone was telling me, so you kind of think of this all the time. And I said, every single function throughout my day is also included the thinking of how is this going to impact my health and wellness and my fitness. So that's the kind of thinking that you need in order to then maximize your time here in a healthy fashion. That's it. That's what it takes. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. Hit a like if you enjoy this video. And if you haven't subscribed, leave your comments. And God bless you. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day. And until we see each other again, stay safe and stay healthy.